All right. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to briefly describe the Residential Property and Owners Association disclosure statement, which is required for all residential listings in the state of North Carolina. So as we scroll through here, this is your instructions sheet on the first page. This is also where you are going to, I will probably already have entered your property address as well as your name printed, but this is where you will sign the disclosure statement and date. The buyer, when they place an offer on your property, they will review and also sign here. So again, the property address goes here at the top of the second page. And then what we will see for the next couple of pages is just a bunch of questions about your property. So everything here you'll need to answer to the best of your ability. If you know the answer, then answer it. It's either yes, it's no, or it's I don't know. And if the answer is I don't know, like there's a question on here that says, what are your pipes made out of? Well, a lot of people don't know what their pipes are made out of. If you don't know, don't guess, just enter no representation there. So you'll just go through each question, answer yes, no, or no representation. There will be some places in here where you can actually fill in information. I think I will have already filled in what year the home was built because I have that information. But where it asks about when the roof was installed, you'll want to enter that if you have that information, or again, enter no representation if you don't. And then as you go throughout, a bunch of questions, yes or no, is there leaking in the roof, leaking in the crawl space, these types of things. As you continue on through, there's some additional information that you'll need to add here. For the heat source and the cooling source, it is asking what kind of heat source. If you have gas heat, then it's a furnace. If you have electric heat, it is a heat pump. Or if you have baseboard heat, you'll want to indicate it there. And then you'll also want to indicate the age of the system if you know. Try not to guess there if you can help it, but if you know it's in the last 5 years, you could definitely put, 5 years or less there. Same thing for the cooling source there. If you've got central air, then it's going to be that first checkbox there. And then again, don't miss where it asks for the age of the system, and you'll want to enter that there. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Just going through and answering all of the questions. Again, and here you'll want to, question 13, where it's asking what's the water supply source. If you're connected to the city water, then you'll want to indicate that. If it's a septic system, you'll want to indicate that. All of that. So, and just go through, answer all of the questions to the best of your ability. At the bottom of each page, you will initial under owner's initial and date. Okay. And then here we are with some more yes or no questions. Move through those. Anything that you do answer numbers 1 through 31, you'll need to provide an explanation right here in this area. Okay, and then it's also going to ask some additional questions about the CCRs, covenants, conditions, and restrictions. If you know, answer that there. If not, then again, that's going to be no representation. And then down here at number 33 is where we get into the HOA information. If you have an HOA, you'll need to go ahead and click the yes there, and then specify the name of your HOA and how much you pay per quarter, semi-annually or annually, and just indicate all of that information there. If you do have the contact information for the HOA, you'll want to enter that here. Okay. Again, at the bottom of the page, you're going to initial and date. Finally, on page 4, there are some questions about whether or not there are fees associated with conveying the property and that sort of thing. If you know, answer. If you don't, again, no representation. It is going to ask you if you have any judgments, liens, anything like that. You want to answer those honestly as well. And then if there is an HOA, the number 38 is speaking directly to what does your HOA fee cover. So you'll want to go through and answer all of those as well. At the bottom, you'll initial and date. And then that should do it for the Residential Property and Owners Association disclosure statement. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much.